Assalamu alaikum. We will start with our general anatomy classes. Today we will discuss circulatory system. Circulatory system consists of blood vessels and pumping organ, that is the heart. Firstly, we come to the blood. Blood is a major component of the circulatory system. Without the blood, the circulatory system is of no use, because this is the medium for transportation of oxygen and carrying carbon dioxide from the body, and it is the whole component that contains blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets. Now we will discuss blood in detail. Firstly, we come to the components of the blood. Blood is composed of four components, that are the plasma, red blood cells, and the white blood cells. Firstly, what is plasma? Plasma is the liquid portion of the blood that contains dissolved nutrients, hormones, and gases. Then, red blood cells are the medium that transport oxygen. It contains hemoglobin that transport the gas. Then we come to the white blood cells. White blood cells are basically the defense cells that work against the invaders that invade the body. Then in the last we have the platelets. They are the cells that help in the clot formation. Now we come to the the red blood cells. These are disc-shaped cells, and they lose their nucleus on maturity. If the nucleus remains within the cell is abnormal. It uh, it makes 99% of the total blood cellular component. Red blood cell is red due to presence of the hemoglobin. When it carries oxygen, that the hemoglobin become oxyhemoglobin, and that is bright red in color. What is hemoglobin? It is a complex protein made up of four protein strands. Iron is used to form heme groups. Each hemoglobin carry four oxygen atoms, and in the presence of oxygen, the hemoglobin appears bright red in color. Total lifespan of a normal RBC is 120 days or 4 months. Hemoglobin is recycled in the liver and spleen, and it is formed the circle of formation of RBC you can see on your screens. In case of oxygen deficiency, this deficiency, it stimulates erythropoietin formation by the kidneys. That erythropoietin stimulates the formation of red blood cells in the bone marrow, and that restores the oxygen level, and this restoration of oxygen level inhibits the formation of erythropoietin in the kidneys. This is positive and negative feedback mechanism. If there is oxygen deficiency, more erythropoietin will be formed. If the oxygen formation, if the proper oxygen is being distributed to the body and it reaches the kidneys, there will be negative feedback, and erythropoietin production will be halted. Next we come to the white blood cells. These are also known as the leukocytes. They defend against diseases by recognizing the protein that do not belong to the body. They do so by oozing through the walls of the capillaries, and they patrol within the surrounding tissues, and finally they reach the lymphatic system. Normal count of white blood cells is 4,000 to 11,000 per ml. We have major two types of leukocytes, white blood cells. One are the A granulocytes that do not contain any kind of granules in them. One are First is the lymphocytes, second are the monocytes. The other group is the granulocytes that contains granules. They are the neutrophils, eosinophils, and the basophils. Here you can see the granulocytes um, include neutrophils that are the phagocytosing cells that phagocytose bacteria and other pathogens. There are eosinophils. They control mechanism associated with the allergy. And there are basophils that contain histamine and heparin. Basically, these cells they degranulate. They throw their secretions in the surrounding, and they produce signs of inflammation there. The other type of white blood cells are the agranulocytes that do not contain any type of granules. Rather, one are the monocytes, they are the phagocytic cells. If the foreign body is small, single monocyte can phagocytose that body. If the foreign body is larger in size, the monocytes they coalesce with one another, they unite with one another to form giant cell to engulf that larger particle or the foreign body. Then we have the lymphocytes. They provide defense to the body against foreign antigens by secreting antibodies. In the last, we come to the platelets. Platelets are also known as the thrombocytes. They are the blood clotting cells. The average diameter ranges from 2 to 4 micrometers. They are derived from megakaryocytes, and their total lifespan of a normal platelet is 10 days. Normal count ranges from 150,000 to 400,000 per ml. This is the total schematic diagram of the production of platelets. Thrombopoietin is secreted from the kidneys and the liver that uh, stimulate myeloid stem cells that form megakaryocytes that are mature as megakaryocytes. Then platelets are derived from them. Now we come to some important pathologies of the red blood cells. There is acanthocyte. Here you can see there is spur-like formation on the surface of the RBCs that are normally found in the liver diseases. Then there is basophilic stippling that is found in the alcohol abuse and anemia that can be due to some chronic disease, lead poisoning and thalassemia. Then an RBC can appear as a bite. Here you can see in the third picture on the left side of the column, the RBC appear that it has been cut down. This is found in case of glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. Then there is some elliptocyte formation, elongation of the RBC that is found in hereditary elliptocytosis. Then there is sickle cell formation that is found in sickle cell anemia. And there is another typical shape of the RBCs, that is known as the teardrop cell, that you can see on the left side of the column, in which in the third figure it is found in case of bone marrow infiltration, mostly in myelofibrosis. Then there is target cell formation shape that of RBCs that can be seen in case of liver diseases, thalassemia, and so on. Other are somewhat not so common. Thank you for your attention. This is all from blood. We will discuss blood vessels in our next lecture. Thank you.